I swear I started this project before Wizards of the Coast announced we were getting official Darksun books. I've been reading the Darksun 2nd edition modules, and the coins stood out as something interesting to me. So I've recreated them as props using a 3D printed roller with some coin designs and some air dried clay. While we work, let me talk you through why they stood out in particular. But before you can understand Darksun coins, you do need to understand Darksun metal. The world is a desert, and the metal of the past has been mined dry. Steel is rarer than water, and it's intensely valuable as a result. Even a starving slave can outwork a well fed one when armed with a metal pickaxe. Toward this end, in 2nd edition, the conversion advice was given that while items made of metal cost the same in gold, everything else is worth 1/100th of the price. Additionally, copper coins aren't worth the trouble to manufacture, so instead we have ceramic pieces. Mind you, in the desert, clay is also hard to come by. So one ceramic piece is worth about 1 gold in another setting. That alone isn't enough for the props because there is another unique thing. They're broken into tenths. Each tenth is known as a bit, and each bit is worth about another of a setting silver. I feel it's worth observing that despite the focus made on metal in the books, it is described as metal poor, not metal depleted. I take this to mean you can buy something metal in most cases. Also, I've been going through the Prism Pentad, which are the novels released around the time of the books. And those books, they do most business in silver. I believe that's a matter of author's discretion. Since I mentioned them, I feel I should also tell you that they can be acquired digital or as audiobooks through Amazon, but print doesn't exist outside of the collector's market. Now, it's also a good time to catch you up on the crafting. Right here, I'm setting up the separation for the bits I discussed so they can be broken into a smaller denomination. But not all of these designs are going to be ceramic coins. Some of them are made with half circles taken out of the sides or as diamonds. Both of these have less material. So I'm going to say they're silver, like whenever you have a dome in the bottom of your jar of salsa to decrease the salsa sold without the buyer noticing. Then the triangles are going to be gold because they're my smallest material of the designs. With that established, we can also talk about Darksun wages. Unskilled labor pays 2 bits a week. At that point, I think it's better on a survival level to just be a slave because then you would at least be fed. A skilled laborer gets a ceramic piece a week. I guess you can sustain yourself at that level. And a class laborer, which means you get to work as a result of your game class, does 2.5 ceramic pieces a week. There's also a list of military wages for if you're hiring an army. If you want optimize for money, it seems engineers are the best paid of the military cash at 3 silver coins and 5 ceramic coins. This means you're maintaining the wagons, the structures on top of some of the larger creatures, etc. I have been checking the internet for a reception of the announced new Darksun books. There seems to be cautious optimism. I look forward to it because it means I might get to run Darksun, but the setting art they have released looks a little higher fantasy than Darksun is traditionally. I think it could be really good, but I need some more time with the 2nd edition books, and then I need to see the 5th edition books to really feel confident on if I think it's good or not. And that should get you to my finished coins here organized into a conversion table. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day.